Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and get a couple of these handmade cards out. And I think we'll do a couple of different scenarios. The first one is starting to pop out. We have synchronicity, luck, divine intervention, stepping out with being taken for granted. Okay. So divine is intervening in something where you've had some type of loyalty towards something that's not taking you seriously. Could be a situation where they're gassing you up with this love bomber card, 8888, things that come back around with the evil eye under that. So you're not taking that anymore. It looks like that you've seen through it. Okay, so gaslighting and manipulation, absolutely. You're seeing this love bombing for what it is. Somebody who wants to manipulate a situation because I think that you're creating luck for them. So momentum, drive, motive, and speed. I think that you're moving forward without that. And so here we have instant attraction, karmic cycle, and stand firm, authority, wisdom, intuition, sacred space, stay lucid, and stay protected. Absolutely. So somebody wants to move back in quickly because they're attracted to you, but I think that your attraction is not there anymore. For some of you, maybe you do have quite a bit of charisma with this, but I think it's its own red flag when you're super attracted to something like that. So there's, inner conflict stepping out now. So even though it feels good to be complimented, when it's insincere, I think that that's when it starts really bringing that inner conflict up, where it's like, when you say that thing, I kind of think you mean the other thing. And so soul star chakra, transcendence and guidance happening next. I think that you're relying on your intuition in some situation here where somebody wants to gas you up and move back in and try to, it's like somebody really wants to gas you up and then say, oh, so, can you do this one thing for me? It's like, oh, now I see. You just wanted to get me feeling good so that I would do this thing for you. Could be somebody with the initial or an organization with the initials A, B, C, or D, or that could be confirmation for you. Somebody's missing you, but they like lots of attention and action. May or may not be a fire sign, but they're seeming to fire you up. Yeah, I miss you still on the bottom now with M, N, O, and P for the initials. And then low vibe entities, lower attachments. Could be somebody with Virgo in their chart. They think of you all day. And then there's this golden light code activation. Breathe deeply, take in some fresh air, some time in nature, ground yourself, hydrate, cleanse and clear, and radiate whatever it is that your heart wants to express. So, all right. So that's one individual. Let's go ahead and clear that energy. We know somebody wants you back that is perhaps less than sincere or thinks the best way to get in there is just to blow smoke instead of being genuine. So let's get a different situation here. Something else, perhaps in career. Let's take those. Throat chakra may be an important time to speak up about that. Reassess your reasons for busyness. Prioritize your goals and making the choices that will get you there most effectively and efficiently. And here we have, I want to marry you. But what would your best friend say? And shift your focus. Okay, so maybe this isn't quite work unless somebody has a work romance here, or if the marry is talking about committing to something. But I think that because we have what would your best friend say about this situation? I think the implication is that you're not being listened to, or your voice is being overshadowed in some type of situation. Your goals are not being respected, because your best friend would hopefully be the one that would come in and be like, this isn't what's in it for you, coming in with that mother bear type energy, like, oh, no, 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 they don't know that you're the best thing since sliced bread and such and such. And maybe for some of your best friend wants a commitment from you. And let's not get caught up on the marriage thing. It's general reading, but there's something that we need to shift the way that we're thinking and speaking about a situation, perhaps in regards to staying too busy or doing too much for somebody else. And for some of you also, you may be trying to be every man, every woman for somebody because you want some type of loyalty here. Maybe you were somebody who, for one reason or another, thought that you needed to earn people's love and affection. And I think that your best friend is like, hey, you need to shift your focus and recognize what you bring to this situation. Somebody here was trying to get a reaction. This still may be something to do with work, but there's maybe for you, there are many things going on in your life at once. This friendship that's asking you to question something, whether it's how busy you are, how you stick up for yourself and others, the things you speak about self and other, and who you choose to marry or stay with. Yeah, your best friend wants you to reassess your goals and see if this organization, institution, business, or person, romantic partner is really in alignment with your goals. Anything further in this situation? Okay, we'll take that little pile. First one out is mature masculine. I like seeing that. And upright, we also have rebel black sheep. Overthinking, stress, and nerves, particularly about the marriage and the best friend. So yeah, I think that somebody has somebody interfering in a romance, perhaps, or an attraction or a commitment here. And with rebel black sheep, it seems that whether you're the masculine or not, it seems that you have an energy that stands apart, stands a little different. And maybe that's why you're always over here being busy going. Maybe you're going and doing and helping other people, supporting them, protecting them. And so you're overwhelmed. Here we have 7777. That's, to me, a divine interference. Toxic friend or family member. So this may even be the best friend. What would your best friend say about something? So if you are super busy and you're really crushing it, and somebody's over here like, are you sure you really want to do that? They may be somebody who doesn't have their goals in alignment with you. Maybe they are being revealed as not your best friend. I'm not sure. You'll know your situation a little bit better. And Uranus brings in change and rebellion with this rebel black sheep and the mature masculine. Whatever's happening, you're being asked to take a protective and self-sustaining viewpoint here to shift something into what's in it for you. I think that you're being asked to be a little bit more selfish in regards to this, to be able to think for yourself and not let somebody else interfere unless it's the divine here. Grief and depression may be a factor. I dream about you. Bored easily. Observation, looking for clues. Keeping tabs. And goat, highly protected and favored by the divine. So yeah, you're inspiring somebody local perhaps that's been repressed, or this is you. Somebody's looking at pictures. So it kind of seems here that if you're dreaming of something, or you've got this dream experience. I think that somebody is, perhaps this toxic friend or family member has been watching you and somewhat trying to shift your focus away from crushing your goals and like, oh, let's just go have a beer, or I don't know, that guy, creating lies, or this boss, this and that. It seems like a spoiler alert, somebody who doesn't necessarily want what's in your best interest. So if your best friend is trying to call your attention to a toxic friend or family member, then that might be for you. All right, any other information that wants to step through? Let's go ahead and get on a separate situation. What is the next scenario stepping forward for the viewers? And let me know if you like these handmade cards. I like them. They kind of bring out some real mundane things that challenge us. Let's see what's coming out. We've got 2222. So that's a few things to me, but working together in partnership is primary so far. Partnership, relationship. So what do we need to know about that? And stay towards the end. I'll get some oracle cards from the Sassy Spicy deck as well. I like that one. All right, 2222, is it coming out? There it is. All right. Okay, beautiful. Underneath the deck, I wanted you to chase me. Momentum, drive, speed, motive, and retreat. Well, that seems a little bit more like a runner-chaser dynamic here, where there was something going in a specific direction and then somebody retreated, perhaps out of fear, pride, ego. There's this abandonment, rejection dilemma coming forward, this feeling of neglecting a situation, and cognitive dissonance, mind over matter. And then beneficial card behind that is a golden light code activation. So getting out in nature, getting back into your own divine nature, breathing deeply, getting some fresh air. Because yeah, it looks like something was starting and then just as fast it started retreating. Okay, so yeah, looking at the cards that already flew out before we looked under the deck. I see you in my future. Flow, positive mental attitude, law of attraction, law of abundance, acceptance, which is totally apart from that rejection energy, right? So things were going in the right direction. You were seeing somebody that you could feel in alignment with, and then comes the somebody doesn't feel worthy. It's triggering them in some type of a way. And then we have a past life influence is possibly what's coming forward with that lack of self-worth, and it's lending to mixed signals. And so somebody here is really looking for a sign, probably trying not to push too hard, but it looks like there's loyalty at play here. Leader, entrepreneur, trendsetter, boss. I don't know if that's both of you or just one of you. It could be that this individual feels more comfortable with things that they can control. And because of their sense of lack of self-worth in relationship or for some type of a reason, they may retreat into things such as their business or things that work out well for them, things that are validating for their sense of self-worth and accomplishment here. But it looks like there's still some loyalty. It may be that they're just really caught up in somehow trying to resolve this issue that's stepping forward, this fear that's rearing its ugly head. So if you're feeling like you don't want to put pressure, but you still want to leave the door open, looks like music reminds me, and Jupiter. Blessings and expansion are Jupiter's realms, and music tends to reach us at the soul level. So if you're wanting to kind of send a sign, maybe there's a a low pressure fun song that can kind of express a little bit of your energy in that way. Synchronicity, luck, divine intervention. I like seeing that one. And date, getting to know you. So perhaps you guys didn't even go on a date yet, but that it was going in the right direction. And then all of a sudden, because of these mixed signals between one or both of you, before it even got off the ground, people are just staying with what they know, being loyal to their other obligations here. But yeah, it looks like music can be healing right now. It can help you to recognize other people's perspective. It's like the divine can sometimes intervene in situations by feeding us song lyrics that help us to get out of our own way or something like that. So it looks like there could be a date coming in for you in the near future, getting to know each other a little bit better. Anything further for this? Any confirmations or insights? We have define your path, opportunity or distraction, medicine or poison. Consider the dose. So yeah, music is healing medicine, but sometimes overworking can be healing to a point, but it can also take us away from our learning potential to actually jump into something that would be so fulfilling because of a sense of low self-worth. And so overworking can be the distraction that's more of a poison. I say that kind of lightly. I don't know if I can keep my hands to myself. Interesting. So somebody here is highly attracted perhaps. And then we have frenemies. Ooh, I don't know if this is ongoing from the best friend in the previous thing, but somebody here is posing as though they have your best interest at heart, but they may also be their attitudes or opinions or advice may be some of the poison that's got you feeling mixed signals like, oh, don't go for that one, they're too attractive, or don't go for this one, they've got young kids, or don't go for that one, there's a reason that they're not married at this age. It could be any number of things, right? So yeah, maybe you need to keep some of your ideas to yourself here instead of sharing them all with somebody, working in silence in some way. Anything further? I feel like we're not quite finished with this energy. I want this one. Okay, mother issues. Interesting. So I feel like the influencer has their own mother issues, and I don't know if this is for a masculine in particular, a friend of yours that has mother issues, projecting them upon, well, I guess it doesn't matter if you're masculine or not, but a male having mother issues, again, gender. I don't know why I'm going with gender. But if you're attracted to females and this individual has mother issues, they can have their own opinions about people that they don't know because it's colored by their experience. Keep it simple. And guilt and shame, reclaim your power. So yeah, maybe it's you that has mother issues. And okay, yes. So simple. Mother issues. It doesn't matter if we're male or female. We can all have mother issues. Doesn't matter who we're attracted to or who we embody. The guilt and the shame that comes through the mother, and the disempowerment comes from overdoing or not nurturing, neglecting, which we already saw neglect in the deck here. If we have mother issues to resolve, it's, do we have the wherewithal to be vulnerable, to be sensitive, to say, hey, I like you, so what? Instead of playing self-protective or going with the safe bet because we don't know if that person will be nurturing or loving. If we're loved enough in ourselves, in our core, then we don't need the love of another. And that's not what we're looking for. We're just looking for a mirror. So yeah, overcoming your guilt and shame to reclaim your power and love, to discontinue feeling like you've been taken for granted, cutting cords and releasing from any previous evidence or experience where somebody was neglectful or not as loving or nourishing as they could have been, is going to help with the momentum and the drive. Yeah. Okay. To get over your inner reservations. And then I saw evil eye as well. So yeah, keep it simple. If you're in this difficult situation where you're not really sure where to turn, it may be just your own fears being reflected in the mirror of the other individual here, where you're not really sure if you should reach out. And if both people are not reaching out, then nobody's going to reach out. So take that if you will. So another situation here, full moon, harvest, release, something happening following the recent eclipse cycles, perhaps, that's illuminated something for you and has liberated something from your experience. So this could be a way of being or a person or a job. What have you broken apart from? Pisces coming next with full moon, Pisces and the moon. Very spiritual energy, perhaps. Subtle. Ooh, toxic friend or family member. One of you could be Pisces, doesn't have to be. Somebody here, though, may be hanging inverted, waiting for something to come into clarity here. There's been some type of realization here. But it looks like somebody's kind of hanging out, waiting for something. So toxic friend or family member, maybe somebody who doesn't believe in your path or your calling or the way that you are in your spiritual 4444. You're protected. You're being guided by angels, ascended masters, particularly angels and the divine. I'll take that one. Mixed signals, give me a sign. You're looking for a sign from the divine, I feel, to show you what to do with this toxic friend or family member. Maybe it's not as easy as just breaking up with a toxic ex, but maybe there's quite a bit of entanglement. It says instant attraction and 8888. And goat, again, highly protected and favored by the divine. Something that's coming back around here. I think you're able to see what the attraction is to this and why they're even. I kind of feel that there's a mirroring circumstance where early toxicity or trauma, even in extreme situations, has been modeled and a pattern had accidentally been brought into attraction patterns, that there was a karmic attraction pattern that's being resolved, hopefully. With this release and illumination of the cycle, there's a liberation. Yes, okay. So something's coming back around. So I think that this is also an attraction that you've had to somebody that's been ongoing. That, let's see, is it a karmic attraction or is it healthy? Leader, entrepreneur, trendsetter, boss. One of you or both of you may be independent, entrepreneurial spirit, and leaders amongst your folks, your people, your folks. Taken for granted, okay. Let's see, what is the nature of this attraction? Let's see if we can get something here. So we've got light features, eyes, hair, and complexion, scared of commitment, and E, F, G, or H, maybe important initials. Doesn't have to be. And let's see what was under the deck. Saturn, Cancer. Intensity does not equal intimacy. Date getting to know you. Clearing their space and energy for this. Somebody doesn't feel worthy. 22. Oh, but they never told you. Sacral chakra. Yeah, they had a block there. Guilt and shame. There's been a mask or a front when they've connected with you, but they look at your pictures. They seem to be extroverted, or you do. And when you are out there saying things, you're inspiring them. And there's a manifestation there, thinking of you all day. Then Capricorn energy is kind of obsessive, very physical attraction energy. Demon Slayer, cutting cords, release, but they've been holding back, but they're a chain breaker, pattern interrupt, making the way for joy. They're looking for something stable. I need a best friend. I need stability, a best friend, lover, partners, earth. Enlightening their energy through play, humor, and joy. And coming out was 33, the Ascended Masters now, and you feel like home. So it looks to me in this situation that one of you, whether you or this other person, had a toxic friend or family member that kind of set them up for a karmic attraction pattern. They were able to perhaps be this leader here, but in their relationships, it looks like they felt taken for granted. But as things come back around, I think that their fears of commitment have led them to going back and forth with different situations here. But they're recognizing something through whatever has been going on between you two and them and their attraction patterns. There's an upgrade going on for somebody here where they're resolving some of their issues, and they're recognizing how there's a lot of seeming safety and security and resonance with you. Yeah, they feel very bonded to you. And let's just split this deck real quick. Jupiter, expanding, repressed, shifting focus. I feel triggered by old trauma, guilt and shame. Now we have dark features, eyes, hair, or complexion. And separation, taking time for self-alignment. And the wheel of the year. Be mind codependent, jealous, power control issues, insecurity, and glow up energy under the deck. So yeah, I feel like that's what's going on. Somebody here has had a situation that has expanded their idea and shifted their focus away from these triggering relationships and old traumas and fears. They've taken their time to get in their own energy. And with the wheel of the year, things are really starting to move, but I think that there's going to be more time. The wheel of the year is something that has taken time to develop and may take more time before this momentum fully gets underway. I think that as they transcend these patterns right now, if they're attracted and looking at you, or if this is you towards them, that one of you is connecting with the other person in a bit more of a codependent way. And so you're still triggering some insecurities within each other. And I think that that right now the distance is divine, so that you guys can figure out and let things kind of evolve slowly before getting involved in something. Because if you get involved in the right thing at the wrong time, and individuals haven't really faced up to their life lessons, then you two could potentially play out some negative karma as well. And so, you know, staying close to a situation that you want to influence or affect in a very kind and lighthearted manner, friendly wise, can help you to get the benefits out of it without the negative impact. But it kind of looks like those insecurities that are coming up are not necessarily real insecurities, as far as like being related to the situation, but more related to the fear complexes, false evidence appearing real. So, all right, any long distance under the card, under the decks there? I wanted to. Oh, where's my deck? Here it is. I wanted to see if I would have time for this, and we're running out of time. These are some spicy cards. I don't know if you're going to like them or hate them. Do you really love them? Then wash, fold, and put away the clothes. You're effing stressed. Say that shit again louder. All right. Do the damn dishes. Deal with your drama. That's absolutely. Handle exes, old hurts, and unresolved shit. Resentment kills the magic. Just effing say it. Whatever you want to say. Be direct. You decide where to eat. Yeah, just say those 5 little words. You decide where to eat. Watch what you say. That mouth of yours could start some shit. Soaking the dishes is not effing washing them. You're not being heard, some of you. And then for others of you, there's this just walk away card. So if you're the one dealing with the toxic patterns, I think that's the codependency that's really being asked to be cleared up. And there may be somebody who's got a live-in situation here or with their family members that there's got to be some new boundaries, some shared responsibility. People are messy. Yeah, you can say that again. Yeah, it could be your fault. So if it is, say this out loud. I'm sorry. So yeah, there may be some people holding out and making things more complicated here than necessary. Get honest AF, and also sometimes F those feelings. You have logic for a reason. Use it. Your friends miss your face. If you're caught up in something that is all, well, I love them, but everything's wrong with the situation. Maybe your friends are like, hey, sometimes what's love got to do with it? It's unhealthy for a reason, right? They need you, you need them. It sounds like a little bit of codependency, perhaps. Laugh, effers. Don't let the BS make you bitter. And pack your bags. Get the hell out of town. It'll make you both lovable again. So maybe an adventure is on the horizon for some of you, or maybe getting out of town with each other or with your friends might lead you to meet somebody new. Keep your shit clean and possibly keep that shit to yourself. I love being criticized, said no one ever. Yep, you may not be being heard in some type of a way, so maybe some distance will make the heart grow fonder, or maybe you're just getting ready for a complete overhaul. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again next time.